This is David Kite and David Lyons. Hello, Dave. Can you hear me, Dave?
Hello there. Sorry, I muted myself. Yes, I can hear you fine. Can everybody else? If you can hear okay, if you can click on the questions box and just say yes, so that we know that everybody can hear okay.
Cool.
Okay.
Excellent.
Yep.
Right, so we're good to go. Okay, right. Buying clients on Facebook. So I'd just like to highlight what this is not. This is nothing to do with social media or getting likes or interacting with your friends. It's nothing to do with building your friend list. This is nothing to do with extending your reach or promoting posts. What this is buying clients. Okay, so why is buying clients important? Well, as personal trainers, you get paid for delivering classes and for training people. You don't get paid for marketing. So any time spent that is not spent training is lost money. So you really want to be able to do your marketing as efficiently as possible, but you also want to be able to do your marketing effectively. So you want to get as many clients as you can get to fill up your books, but you don't want to spend a lot of time actually doing that work. Now, with social media, it can take a lot of time, and very often you can't measure the results specifically. So tonight, I'm going to show you a way that you can go in and buy clients. Now, most people, when they do their marketing, hang around waiting for interested people to turn up. They create a website and hope people will visit. Well, in our case, and for you, I want you to turn up and interest people that are hanging around. What do I mean by that? Well, people are hanging around Facebook. So I want you to go to Facebook and interest them by posting questions to them using a cartoon video and interest them in your products and services. So here we're going to focus on buying interested visitors. So tonight I'm going to show you a really simple lead generation process. We are going to buy some Facebook ads. We're just going to send them to a landing page, and don't worry if you don't have a landing page at the moment, or you've got a website that's under construction. You can use things like lead pages to knock together a landing page really, really quickly. It should be the least of your worries at the moment. And if you don't have a landing page, well, we can talk about that with you later on. What we're going to do is collect some contact details, and then when we receive those details, we're going to either call or email our prospects with an offer, and then we're going to do the very important follow-up. But before I go on, this is the sort of thing that we used to do on Google AdWords. It was really, really effective. I've given an example of here. We use Google AdWords. The trouble is, bidding for a word like whiteboard animations can cost between £2 and £4 per click, not per conversion, per click. Furthermore, when you advertise on AdWords, all your competitors show up alongside you. So on the right here, I can see all of my competitors. This is the sort of ad that we're actually looking to create. We're going to appear in the news feed, which is in the middle screen here. On the left of Facebook, you've got your menu items. In the middle is the news feed or the timeline, and on the right are adverts and also people that you can chat with. Now, the ads on the right don't work very well. They're so much less effective than ads that appear in the timeline. When we upload a video, in this case a cartoon video, the image of the video will appear in the timeline, and when you click play, it will actually play in the timeline itself. So what we tend to do is to ask a question and repeat that question in the video, and then suggest that the viewer then clicks on the link above. When they get there, when they click on the link, we then do a landing page. So we're repeating the question again. So in this case, we're looking at why whiteboard animations might not be so effective. and we invite somebody to watch the free video and get instant access. And this is what's called a two-stage squeeze page, because it looks like there's no opt-in information there, there's no opt-in boxes, etc., or forms. But actually, when you click the link, this pop-up appears and requests the name, email, and mobile. Now, as a rule, we tend to try to capture people's mobile numbers or telephone numbers because we want to call them and follow up. Remember that big word at the bottom, follow up. When they've given us the details, they will then land on a page which will actually deliver their video. So that's our complete process. So we ran a campaign in August time. We set a budget of about £10 per day. It's really, really important when you're creating or setting up a new campaign to test it. Don't put lots of money in, just set a budget of £10 per day and run it for 5 days or so. So we did just that. We initially ran it for 5 days and it went very well, so we extended it and ran the campaign for a full 30 days for the whole of the month. The results were that we had orders of over £5,800 and 95 opt-ins. So that was a return on investment of over 1,900%. Now I've got to say at this stage that your results will differ. So,
can I just also say, Dave?
Yeah.
Sorry, at that point, just on that previous screen, our budget, we were advertising nationally, so our cost per thousand was significantly higher. If your business is local, that £10 marketing spend will last you a lot longer. You won't be burning through £10 a day. I would be very surprised if you did. So just wanted to mention that.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. That's very useful. Okay, so it's important, and it's very easy to let excuses stop you actually getting your campaign out. Like so, at the weekend, I talked to a lot of you guys at the mega training, and quite a few said, "Oh, this is really interesting. I'll look forward to this when I get my website finished." And what I'm showing you today doesn't rely on a website at all. You just need to get a landing page, and if you don't have one, then just talk to us, because what I'm showing you today can be done in 30 minutes. You can sit down and in 30 minutes have a campaign up and running. It's important to get started. It's important to test. And we're as interested in your results as you are. Not quite, but almost. Okay, so having traffic to your site is actually useful when you're creating your website. You can test so buying traffic is a really, really good idea, because then you can determine what works on your website and what doesn't. Before you can use our blueprint, you need 3 things. You need a Facebook account, you need to register a credit card or PayPal, and you need a Facebook page. Now, in our printed version of our PDF blueprint, there's a step-by-step guide on actually how you can register a credit card, and you will get the PDF sent to you in the next day or two, along with the recording of this video and also a video that details step-by-step how you can upload a video and run a campaign. I won't be covering opening the Facebook account. That's pretty straightforward, and I won't be showing you how to set up a Facebook page. If you need to do that, just go and search for it on YouTube. So the first thing we want to do is to create our audience, who we're going to target our video ad at. These people will typically not be your friends, they will not be your family, they will not be people that you've liked on your pages, that they've liked your pages, and these are not people that have engaged with you in any way whatsoever. These are people that you've had no contact with at all. So we're looking for prospects that are candidates for what you offer and live close enough that they can buy the services that you're providing. I'll let you into a secret. Facebook needs your money. If you've got 1 billion users online, that is an awful lot of hardware and services to supply. So this is why they work incredibly hard to give you access to their users. 5 minutes after this webinar, you will be able to research your local audience by following what I will show you in the next 10 minutes. So when you log on to Facebook, on the top right hand corner you will see an arrow that points down. If you've never run an ad before, you will see create ads and advertising on Facebook. Now when you create your first ad, this menu will change. But in the meantime, you cannot get to the page that we want to get to directly from the menu to start off with. So you actually have to type in www.facebook.com/ads/manage. When you have created an ad, you will see that the menu changes and you can simply click on the Manage Adverts option. When you do that, you will come to a page like this and you will see a list of campaign options on the left-hand side: pages, report settings, billing, power editor, and audiences. One of the things that's missing is audience insights. Now this is a facility that's provided to Americans at the moment, but not to the UK. So what we have to do is trick Facebook that in actual fact we are American. It's quite easy to do. We go back to the drop-down menu on the right-hand side, and we look for settings. When you get to the settings, in the general tab, we look for the language and choose English US as opposed to English UK. When you then go back to facebook.com/ads/manage, you will see this new menu item called Audience Insights. Now, Audience Insights, when you start it, and when you click on it, will ask you whether you want to create your audience from everybody on Facebook, from people who have connected to a particular page you own, or from a custom audience, which we will have future videos in the future. With the custom audiences, you can generate an audience of people that have visited your website, or from an email database that you've got, contacts in your CRM, but that's for another day. For instance, if we want to target potential mums, supposing we run a class for mums and toddlers to lose those few extra pounds that they put on during the pregnancy, and you live in Guildford, we might be targeting women between the ages of 18 to 45 that live in Guildford and the surrounding villages and are a parent. Now, if you look on this list, you can see here, you can choose the location, and I've chosen Guildford, Godalming, Cranley, Woking. Every time I add an extra town, this number underneath the new audience will rise. So I've chosen the age 18 to 45. I've chosen women. As you can see, that's a potential targeted audience of 9,000 to 10,000 women. That's a tidy audience to go after, very well defined. And you can place your nice little mum and child doodle ad to that particular audience. Maybe you're looking to target men to do CrossFit class in Brighton. So potentially you might be looking at 18 to 35-year-old men that live in Brighton. And you can see that there are 60 to 70,000 people that you can go after. Now this tool is an amazing tool. Oh, by the way, Dave, do you want to just mention that if anybody wants to stop me and ask a question, that you'll be monitoring the questions? Are you there?
Yeah, absolutely. The question box on your control panel on the right-hand side, just type away as we go, and I'll dive in at the appropriate time to make sure they are answered.
Good, excellent, okay. Right, so maybe we want to target women that hate exercise at the moment, but maybe they would be great candidates for a Zumba class, doing some Zumba exercise. So maybe we're targeting females in the age 30 to 55. In the Reading area, again, we're looking at 40 to 45,000 potential recipients of your advert. Dads in Manchester. I'll show you an ad that we've got a little later on of a dad playing football with his children and running out of steam after 10 minutes. And again, so somebody who's a parent, who's male, age 30 to 45, living in Manchester, 200,000 potential recipients of your advert. So there, your prospect, your ideal prospect, is on Facebook. So in a minute, well, we won't actually be doing this on this video. We will be using the Power Editor to create the ad and the campaign. I'm actually going to send everybody out a detailed video step by step of me recording, creating a campaign so that you can just copy along. I'd rather get across the ideas and notions of how you actually create the ad in this video and send you out a second video with everything in so that you can just copy along, which matches the PDF that goes along with it. So in the Power Editor, we will actually create something called a dark post. Now, a dark post is a post that appears on no pages, on no profiles. And this is really, really important because if, for instance, you had a Zumba class and you were testing to see whether age was a key factor, you might do an ad that targeted people from the ages of 18 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, males, females. You might have 5 or 6 different combinations, and up until now what you've had to do is to actually create a post on your page and then boost that and push that out to your desired audience. The problem with that is you would have 6 or 8 different ads on your page. Your page would look extremely spammy. Everyone would disappear from that really, really quickly. So what you want to do is to actually create the post where it doesn't appear on any of your Facebook locations. And we do that by creating a dark post, and that will be detailed in the PDF and on the video, but I'm not going to go into that right now. So this is the type of ad that I want to generate. So for instance, you might be targeting people that spend hours in the gym doing cardio stuff when actually they want to do weight loss, and it would be much more effective if they did some, push some weights. So are you spending hours at the gym? You're not getting the results you hope for? Why do others seem to get much better results in half the time? You need a different program designed to burn fat in the shortest time. Click the link. Those are the sort of ads where the cartoon will reinforce the message. So you have a text asking a question, and then you repeat the question and then get people to click the link. Another ad might be a mum that's put on a few extra pounds, and she is looking in the mirror, and what she wants to see is the slimmer version of herself. So what we're looking to do here is to emphasize the emotions. When people look in the mirror and they don't like what they see looking back at them, people can relate to that. You know, when you draw something like this, you're really looking to emphasize the emotion in the question. So a boot camp, do you want to run away from your desk? Do you want to fill your lungs with fresh air and exercise away the stresses of your job? Come and have fun at your local boot camp this weekend. Another example, I like this one a lot. I can relate to this one. When you were a kid, did you play football all afternoon and all evening, and that was not a problem? Now you have children. Can you actually survive for 10 minutes? And the kids are still wanting to play, and you're left fatigued. So another one could be sofas. Doing exercise is simple. The hardest part is getting off the sofa and out the door. And so as personal trainers, that's where you guys come in. We make sure you get up and get going, but more importantly, your exercise program is right for you and that you stick to it. And then you just ask people to click the link. So those are the sort of things that we're talking about. Other examples might be Zumba classes, where you're trying to demonstrate that a lot of people find exercise boring, and what you're trying to do is emphasize the fun that you can have, and Zumba is a great way of delivering fun exercise in the form of dance. Another area that you might be focused on is rehabilitation. I have trouble saying that word. If you don't recover from your injuries properly, the next time you play sports, you could easily aggravate that injury again. Elite athletes and elite athlete coaching, it would be really good to have male and female versions of the same video. So if you're looking to coach a female, then create the cartoon ad with a female in the video. If you're looking to coach elite men, again, focus on, let the imagery match the text that you're talking about. Group classes. With group classes, you're looking to emphasize the fact that going to the gym is a very lonely thing. It's tough. It's very easy to kick up excuses, make up excuses and not to go. With a group class, you'll meet new friends, and soon you will be looking forward to going to your classes on a regular basis because you're going to meet your mates. So all the time, every time you create an ad, you're looking for the emotional triggers that get people to take action. James, I can't remember James' surname, James from Kettlebell Fever has one of our videos on his front page, and I think with the emphasis with kettlebells is it's a very vigorous exercise, so you can do things in a lot shorter time. Effectively, it's a form of fun weight training. And as you guys all know, the best way to lose weight is to actually do some concentrated, heavy weight training, and not this cardio fibs we've been told that stop us from losing the weight. Yeah.
Dave, can I suggest that you stick to the marketing advice and leave these guys to do the personal training advice?
Absolutely. Okay. CrossFit is really popular at the moment, and so again with that you're looking to emphasize the macho nature of being a great CrossFit competitor. So what I'm trying to get across here is that you're looking to don't create an ad that says we do this, we do CrossFit. You're looking at prodding the ego of a person who, my physiotherapist is a CrossFit trainer, and obviously her job is very, very physical, and she can only do the job by staying very, very fit. And so for her, being a CrossFit competitor is good for her ego. Another thing to do is to say it's tough. Losing weight is really tough. Getting fit is tough. You guys are there to help people succeed. With that, you're capitalizing on people's emotions that say what we're doing is hard to do. Also, you could focus on, are you going in the wrong direction? Because if you're going in the wrong direction, then working harder will actually only take you further away from your destination. The classes that you offer will be different. Every personal trainer will have their own collection of classes that they run. So if you run maybe a mum and baby class, you run a dance class, and you run personal training sessions, then although you will be targeting people in a physical location, you will be targeting different genders, different age groups with different messages. So you actually need a different collection. You might need a portfolio of adverts that you run for periods of time. So for the first week you might run your personal training ad, and then you pause that, and for the next week then you would maybe you're doing a senior citizens, mobility type class as well. So you would run that. Sometimes if you're running something like a Zumba class that's a 10-week program, you might run that 3 or 4 times a year. So a month before your class starts, then you fire up your campaign that recruits Zumba, and away you go. You start filling up your class, and when it's filled up and your class has stopped, it's full, then pause that campaign. It's sat there waiting for you. We want to help you by building a portfolio of Facebook ads, but we obviously, as Dave's just rightly highlighted, are not personal trainers. So this is a partnership. We can listen to you, and you can describe to us the classes that you want to run. We can take that information and extract the emotions that are involved with making the decision to join your class. This is another ad that we ran. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how important is getting new customers right now? It's getting people to assess how important that is. With most businesses, getting new customers is important. Okay, so what we do is we ask a question and then we repeat the question in the video. So they are now doubly qualified. In actual fact, they've actually done 4 actions. They've read the text, they've then clicked the video, they've watched the video, and then they've clicked the link. Now, for each time somebody takes one of those actions, it's another reinforcement of the same "yes, this is me" type decision. So after this webinar, I will send you a replay of this video, a video showing you specifically how to set up a video ad campaign, and a PDF blueprint describing the Facebook campaign. But today we're going to offer you a special offer. We will offer you a 20-second doodle ad video to use as an advert on Facebook. If you have multiple classes and you want to have 2 or 3 of them, well, that's possible too. We'll also offer you a one-to-one call to analyze the services you offer, your audience, the resources you have, the resources you need, and the best strategy for you. It's important, as I've tried to demonstrate, that you get the right message across. And we're going to really help you by talking to you and working out exactly what you need. And we're going to do that for a ridiculous price of £29 plus VAT. Now, why are we doing it at that price? Well, we know that Facebook ads have worked for us. We know that Facebook ads have worked for our clients. But we need to test what works in the fitness industry. We don't have any experience in that industry yet. So we need your help and we need your knowledge. That £29, well, that only barely covers the voiceovers for the video. Everything else we are funding ourselves. So this is a limited time offer, and if you want to go to it, you can go to doodle-ads.co.uk/NPE offer, and in the next few days we will arrange a call with you and talk to you about what videos you can grab. Now, if we can actually create one, because this is brand new, we will probably be creating a short Facebook video specifically for you. Dave, have you got any questions there?
I'm just unmuting myself. Excuse me. Yes, Stuart says, my clients are all ages, shapes and sizes and situations. Do I just target everyone in my area?
You could do. It really depends how big your area. If it's London, I suggest not. If it's Manchester, I suggest not. But there will be people, if your classes are general classes, then the best thing to do is to divide your campaign up into different age groups. So you might make 5 campaigns, target the ages of 18 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60, and create 5 different campaigns and test which one works best, because there will be a market sector which will respond better to your ads, and I can't guess which one that will be. So the easiest way to do is to put a small amount of money, put £50 into a campaign and see which ones work best.
Okay, and there's a question from Paul, who I think arrived a bit late actually. He says, when they click on the advert, so I'm assuming you've seen the video advert and the text, but when they click on, what happens next? In
terms of landing page?
I'm assuming so, yeah. So they see the advert and then they click the link. Where do they go, and then what happens after that?
That depends on what resources you have, which is why we would really like to talk to you. If you're sending them to a general, just to your home page, that's not really great, because there's the message won't be linked to the ad. So when you have the question, the video and the landing page, they should really be themed. So if you're going to do a Zumba class, then you want to do a Zumba question, or do you want to have fun? In the video you say, do you want to have fun? And on the landing page is Zumba is a great way to have fun, dancing instead of exercising, instead of pounding the treadmills and pumping iron, why not dance the weight away? And you want consistent messages. So what we use is a website called leadpages.net, which you can create your own landing pages. But if that's beyond you, I'm sure MP have talked about lead pages in their education. But if you don't have lead pages and you want some help, again, the whole point about the one-to-one call is to assess exactly what you have, and creating a landing page is a fairly short job, and if you don't have it, we can help you.
Okay, one more question from Lydia that's saying, does the £29 offer include a video that's made for me? So is it your own video, or is it from one of that?
No, the condition with that offer is that if you have something that's slightly different, supposing we hadn't done the Zumba video and you said, I want a Zumba video, then we would create a generic Zumba video that you could use, but other people could use too. At that price, we're creating a pool of videos that other people can use for their Facebook ad campaigns, but for a small fee, we can customize them. But then that really depends on exactly what you want done.
Is there any more questions there, people? There's the question box on the right-hand side. Any questions you have about the Facebook technique? I will just say again that we will be sending out to you the exact blueprint. That's the step-by-step. It's got screen grabs that talks you through exactly how to create these adverts yourself, what buttons to click, where, what boxes to tick, and everything else. It really does cover every detail, but we just didn't want to bore everybody by talking through that this evening.
We know it's current because you did one this afternoon. Yeah, didn't you?
Yes, I did, because Facebook keep moving the goalposts and changing things. But
yeah.
Yes, the latest version 1.4 is completely up to date and tells you exactly step by step how to take one of these adverts live.
Unless, of course, they've changed it. Unless, of course, they've changed it since 3 o'clock this afternoon.
Yes. How long is this limited offer available for?
We're sending out this recording to the people that couldn't attend tonight because they were actually working. So we keep this open for 5 days?
Yes, I think so. So if we say to Tuesday next week, and that gives everybody a chance then to take advantage of it, because it is an opening offer. Our 20-second adverts, we usually charge out £197, so it is a very good offer. Got another question here from Paul. Love the ideas in the ads. Will you be able to add the logo onto the adverts? That is something that we can do, absolutely, Paul. If you take us off on the offer here, then when we discuss exactly which video you want and who you want to talk to drop a logo onto that advert is definitely something we can do.
Great. Well, it was really good meeting you guys over the weekend, and really love the stuff that Sean and all are doing at MPE. They invited me up because they haven't gone into the level of detail that we're doing in terms of Facebook marketing. We've had really good results. There's a billion people on Facebook. So all I can say is, we talk to people like Nigel Bosher at the Entrepreneur Circle, and he openly admits that Facebook is his most effective form of advertising right now. How long it will last? Maybe a year, maybe 2 years. Because so few people are actually jumping on it right now, it is incredibly effective. Like AdWords, it will become less effective over time. So all I can stress is that you learn how to do this stuff now and capitalize on and build yourself a portfolio of marketing channels. There's a great marketing guy called Jay Abraham who talks about multiple pillars of marketing, just like the Parthenon in Greece. And so when you can turn on marketing for your Zumba class, I keep going on about Zumba, or your CrossFit class, or your mums and dads, or your mobility, you're in a great position. When you're full, you turn it off. When you have spaces, you turn it on, and that's a really great position to be in with a business.
I've got a couple of questions here, Dave. Paul said, in our experience, how many follow-ups have people had from the adverts? I think one thing to say, Paul, is that we, as a business, we focus on specific vertical markets. So we've done the childcare industry, we've done the care home industry, and we work with people like we're doing here, this model, to get a group of people to take up an initial offer so that we can understand your industry better and produce adverts that get better and better and produce a bigger pool of adverts so they get more and more success. And then we take that through to the whole industry, and then we move on to the next one. The fitness industry, the health and fitness industry, is a new one for us. So I couldn't hand on heart say how many follow-ups people had from adverts in this sphere. However, I know from my experience and my 15 years in online marketing that the health and fitness industry and the audience there and Facebook and Doodle ads are just a match or marriage made in heaven. You know, people are on their Facebook and getting these things in a hypnotherapy market, in small local businesses receiving 20 to 30, 40 inquiries per week on a spend of less than £50 is the kind of results that we've achieved. We've also achieved for more specific things, people applying for a student discount card, 10 to 20 new inquiries on a spend of £15, £20. There are certain markets that work really well, and I suspect that this would be one of them. The next step is for people to, you know, what are they opting in for and so on, but that will come through the one-to-one conversation with you so that you can maximize those inquiries, and only a percentage of those may turn into customers, but it's important to get them the right number in at the front end.
Dave, just to put into context, I see Paul was asking about referrals and affiliate offers. Just to put into context, a 60-second video is about £1,000 plus VAT at the moment. Is that the current price?
Yeah, £797 plus VAT.
Oh, there's the 90-second. It's the 97, isn't it? And if people refer, again, we will be making special offers to guys who join us, guys and girls who join us, for landing page videos as well. So you need to watch out for these offers coming along. But if you have a landing page video that you want to refer and somebody takes it off, we do have a generous commission.
Yes, and we want to encourage that, because non-competing, you know, the idea of this is that, you know, everybody shares ideas, because you're in non-competing, there's a geography. So somebody in Leeds that's got something working for them, it's no problem if somebody in Reading can share in their success. So yes, if you're happy to refer people, then we're happy to reward people to do so, because the more people that we can get on board in the market, then you know, the more feedback we get, the more we can test, and the more success that everybody has.
Is that okay?
Okay, we will email everything out to you.
Yeah,
and
great.
Dave's email address is there if you do have any further questions.
Look forward to working with you guys shortly. Thanks for coming.